Hello, everyone. Have you ever heard that idioms are too difficult for English learners? Maybe someone told you to just avoid them.
That's a common piece of advice, Emma, but it's not always the best. Idioms make your English sound more natural.
Exactly. And we're here to show you that some idioms are quite easy to learn. Welcome to the English Speaking School podcast.
Today, we're going to talk about a very common idiom, under the weather. It's super useful.
Yes, under the weather. What does it mean? Well, it doesn't mean you are literally standing under a storm cloud.
That's right. When you say, I'm feeling under the weather, it means you are feeling a little bit sick. Not very sick, but not 100% well.
Think of it like feeling a cold coming on, or just a bit tired and unwell. You might have a sore throat or a slight headache.
So, how do you use it? You just say, I'm feeling under the weather today, or he looks a bit under the weather.
It's a polite and common way to say you're not feeling well, without giving too much detail. Before we go on, a quick word for you, our listeners. If you find these tips helpful, like learning idioms aren't so scary, please subscribe to the English Speaking School podcast.
Yes, hit that subscribe button. You'll get more myth-busting tips that actually help you speak more naturally, especially with common phrases. For example, under the weather is for feeling unwell. It's not like saying you're sick of something, which means you're annoyed or tired of it.
Exactly. Under the weather is about your health, not about being annoyed. So subscribe to keep getting these clear differences explained and sound more natural.
Some advice says to avoid idioms completely because they're too hard. But that's where the myth is wrong.
Absolutely. It's unhelpful because if you only use very basic sentences, your English can sound less natural. People use idioms every day.
Exactly. Not using common idioms like under the weather means you'll miss out on understanding native speakers easily. They'll use it, and you might be confused.
Learning a simple idiom like under the weather is not just about speaking. It's about listening and understanding. It quickly tells you someone isn't well without needing lots of words.
So instead of just avoiding idioms because some are tricky, the better way is to learn the most common and useful ones first.
Exactly. Don't be afraid of all idioms. The truth is, many are very easy to understand and use, like under the weather. You don't need to learn every single idiom in the dictionary.
The point isn't to never use idioms. It's to learn simple ones that make your English sound more natural. Under the weather is perfect because its meaning is clear, feeling a little unwell.
Yes, think of it as adding a useful tool to your English toolbox. When you say, I'm under the weather, it's short, common, and everyone understands you're not feeling 100%.
So, the truth is to focus on high-frequency idioms like this one. They're not just for advanced speakers. A2 and B1 learners can definitely master under the weather easily. Let me share a quick example that proves this new way works. I remember a colleague, an A2 English learner, always said, I have a small sickness today, when they weren't feeling well. It's understandable, but a bit clunky.
Yes, a small sickness is grammatically correct, but not how native speakers usually say it. It sounds a little too direct or formal for a common mild illness.
Exactly. So I started using, are you feeling a bit under the weather? When I noticed they looked tired. After a few times, they picked it up. Now they'll often say, I'm a bit under the weather, so I'll work from home today.
That's perfect. It shows that simply hearing and then trying out under the weather made their English instantly sound more natural and fluent. It's a short, polite phrase that communicates the same idea much better than small sickness.
It really does. And it's not just about speaking. When their boss said, hope you're not under the weather too much, they understood immediately. No confusion, just smooth communication.
So, how can our listeners apply this new approach today? How can they start using under the weather right away?
Okay, here's a simple 3-step tip. First, when you feel a little unwell, instead of saying, I'm a bit sick or I don't feel good, try saying, I'm feeling a bit under the weather.
Yes, just replace your old phrase. For example, if your friend asks, "How are you?" and you're not 100%, try responding, "I'm a bit under the weather today." It's natural.
Second, listen for it. Pay attention when native speakers talk about feeling unwell. You'll hear under the weather often. Listen for phrases like, he looks under the weather, or she called in sick, said she was under the weather.
And third, make it personal. Think of 2 real situations from your past week where you could have used under the weather. Maybe you had a headache or felt tired. Replay those moments in your mind using the idiom.
That's a great way to make it stick. Practicing in your head helps you feel more comfortable saying, I'm under the weather next time.
Okay, listeners, let's hear the old way first. John, how do you feel today?
I am not good, Emma. I have a bit of sickness.
Oh, I see. That sounds difficult. Now for the new way of saying it.
Right. Emma, you look a little tired. Are you feeling under the weather?
Yes, John, I am feeling a bit under the weather today. Just a slight cold coming on.
I thought so. Get some rest then.
So you heard I have a bit of sickness versus feeling under the weather.
The idiom under the weather sounds much more natural and clear, doesn't it?
Now, we often get great questions from listeners, and here's one I can imagine hearing. But what if I use under the weather and I'm actually very sick? Is it still correct?
That's an excellent question. Under the weather is usually for mild sickness, like a cold, a headache, or just feeling tired. You wouldn't use it for something very serious.
Exactly. If you had a broken leg or a very high fever, you wouldn't say, "I'm a bit under the weather." For serious illness, you'd say, "I'm very sick," or "I have the flu," or name the specific illness.
So remember, under the weather is polite and common for when you're not 100%, but not seriously ill. It's for those, I just don't feel great days.
Okay, so to wrap up today's episode, let's quickly recap the main takeaways. Firstly, remember that the advice to avoid all idioms is a myth. It can actually hold back your natural English.
Exactly. The truth is to focus on common, useful idioms, like under the weather, which are perfectly accessible for A2-B1 learners and make your English sound much more authentic.
And what does under the weather mean? It's a polite and common way to say you're feeling a little bit unwell. A mild sickness, not something serious.
So our quick challenge for you today, try to use under the weather in a real conversation or a text message today, even just once, perhaps with a friend or mentally to yourself.
It's a small step that makes a big difference in how natural you sound. Don't be afraid to try it. We hope you feel more confident about using idioms now.
That's all for today from the English Speaking School podcast. Keep practicing these useful phrases, and you'll be speaking more naturally in no time. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.